Hello again, my pre-K counts friends. I'm going to read a story to you today that is a fictional story. It's a made-up story, and it's about this sea creature right here. Do you know what that is? It's actually a porpoise. It's very similar to a dolphin, which I bet a lot of you guessed. Dolphins and porpoises are similar. They're slightly different with their teeth, they're slightly different with their fins, and they're slightly different in size. A porpoise is a little bit smaller than a dolphin. So this guy is a porpoise. This is just an illustration, not a real picture. And his name is Seamore. And our title says Seamore, the Very Forgetful Porpoise. So let's see what he's forgetting about. Seamore, the Very Forgetful Porpoise. Once upon a time, there was a forgetful porpoise named Seamore. Seamore lived deep in the deep blue sea. Like most porpoises, Seamore was kind and playful. In fact, he was probably the sweetest porpoise you could ever hope to meet. But unlike most porpoises, Seamore was very, very forgetful. He forgot everything. Where is he right now? Can you tell? I think he's at school. He forgot to listen in class. Seamore. He forgot who his friends were. Hi, I'm Seamore. I know. He forgot plans they had made together. Hey guys, what you doing? You said you'd be here an hour ago. And sometimes Seamore even forgot how to play his favorite games. Whack, ping, pop, bonk. Was he supposed to hit it with his head? No, but he forgot how to play. This is what it looked like when Seamore tried to remember something. Seamore tried every trick he could think of to fix his memory. He wrote notes, but then forgot where he put them. He tied string around his fins to remind himself of things, but he could never remember which string meant what. No matter how hard he tried, things only got worse. Seamore decided he needed more than tricks and gimmicks to solve his problem. If his memory wouldn't come back to him, he was just going to have to go out and find it. So he swam off alone to do just that. Beyond the reef, past the old sunken ship, and through the kelp forest, Seamore swam. Still, his memory was nowhere to be found. Finally, when he was far, far from home, Seamore saw another porpoise. Do you see? Hello there, he said happily. Seamore swam in closer. Then he realized he was talking to his own reflection. Was it another porpoise? Oh, it's a mirror, yeah. Seamore studied himself. He looked just like any other porpoise, as far as he could remember. But then he noticed something peculiar. Aha! No wonder I'm so forgetful, he said. My memory must be slipping right through that hole in my head. You see there's a little round hole? Do you know what that's called? It's a blowhole. Do you know what porpoises and dolphins use it for? Yeah, they use it to breathe. They breathe out of that hole in the top of their head. They come up to the surface, take a breath, and they can swim for a long time. Seamore couldn't wait to get home and share his news, but when he did, the other porpoises only laughed. Seamore, they said, we all have holes in the tops of our heads. Don't tell us you forgot. Seamore smiled sheepishly and slipped back into the blue. Is Seamore happy that he can't remember things? No, he looks very sad, maybe even concerned or worried. He forgets all the time. Moving sadly along and forgetting to watch where he was going, Seamore swam smack into a creature he had never met before. It looked a little like a porpoise, only much, much bigger. It was black and white and had an enormous smile with lots of big, sharp teeth. Is that a porpoise, my friends? No. Do you know what it's called? It's an orca or a killer whale. Not the same as a porpoise or a dolphin, is it? Oh, hello. My name is, Seamore, Seamore said shyly. Hello, Seamore, answered the giant porpoise. Seamore smiled. What's your name? He asked. I'll tell you, said the creature, but first you have to count to 7. Seamore didn't know if he could remember how to count that high, but he tried anyway. 1. This was already hard. After 1 is 2, then 3, 4, 5, 6. Kevin, exclaimed the gigantic porpoise. What are you doing out here on your own? Kevin asked. I can't remember, said Seamore, and he really couldn't. That's all right. I forget things sometimes too. You do? Asked Seamore, very excited to meet a like-minded mammal. Of course I do. Everyone forgets from time to time. Not me, confessed Seamore. I forget all the time. I bet you could remember some of your favorite things to do, said Kevin. Sure, answered Seamore. That's easy. Come on, I'll show you. And together they began to play. They leaped high out of the water. They blew great big bubbles and watched them go pop when they reached the surface. Pop. They dove down deep and swam along the ocean floor to feel the sand tickle their bellies. Because it tickled. Soon the sun was low in the sky and it was time to go. But before he swam home, Seamore invited Kevin over for dinner and gave him directions to his house. You go straight through the kelp forest and take a left at the sunken ship, and I live just past the coral reef. How does Seamore know that? He remembered. Seamore rushed to tell the others all about his new friend. He tried his hardest to remember everything about Kevin, and to his amazement, he did. He's how big? One porpoise asked. He's what color? Said another. He has how many teeth? A third chimed in. He's not a giant porpoise. He's a killer whale, said a fourth. Dinner at 8? Asked the last. We'll be 8 for dinner. The porpoises laughed again, but this time nervously. Just then a large shadow spread over the seafloor. You see the shape of that shadow? Everyone scattered and hid in the reef. Everyone except Seamore. Am I early? Where is everybody? Kevin asked. They're hiding, Seamore confessed. Oh, hide and seek, my favorite, exclaimed Kevin. And with that, Kevin began to find the petrified porpoises one by one. But he didn't try to scare or eat or even bite them. Gotcha, he laughed. When the others saw that Kevin was friendly, they joined in the game. It was always so easy to find Kevin because he was as big as a whale. Later that night, everyone sat down to dinner, and Kevin ate only what was on his plate. Seamore's recollection of their day, along with Kevin's impressive coin collection, made the other porpoises forget they had ever been terrified at all. They laughed and told stories, and the 7 of them ate until 9. As for Seamore, he remained as forgetful as ever. Well, almost. But now he had Kevin to remind him of the important things. The end. See, did Seamore forget everything? Nope, he remembered sometimes. He remembered his friends. He remembered Kevin. He remembered his favorite things to do. And now he has a friend to help him out and remember too. I hope you guys have a wonderful weekend, and I will see you next week when we start our very last week. Our last week of pre-K counts. Can you believe it? It's here already. We are almost done, my friends. So we'll make more videos. We'll see you for some more lesson plans next week, and I hope you have a wonderful weekend. Bye.